This is David with Hanson Carlin Architecture and Construction. Today we're starting a new project on the South Hill. We're building a shop for this home, a shop and a mudroom addition. And in order to do this project, we needed to do a couple of things to make the city happy. There's always things with the site you have to do typically to build an addition. And in this case, we had both the sewer and the water running under the addition of where we were going to build. Usually when you're starting a project, there's some things that you go through the planning department that you have to consider. In this case, we had both the water line and the sewer line that were under the addition of where we were going to build. Add to that, we had in the right here, the old shutoff was under this. That went to the water line shutoff. Currently in the city of Spokane, they're moving all the meters to the outside of the home because they want to be able to work on them, and so we're putting bolts in on the outside of the home. So when this project happened, the city said, all right, well, you've got to move the water service, so we're going to make you put the bolt in like we like it now. So that was a whole nother permit. To add to that, this home has the sewer line, original sewer line running under our addition. The city regs for today say that outside of the addition, within a couple of feet of the foundation, you need to have a clean out so that we can clean the thing out to the street. So we had to find both the water and the sewer and adjust those before this project could start. So what turns out to being like digging a little addition turned into a bigger job in the fact that we were working on both water and sewer. So our initial plan when we met with the city was to take this valve here and move it back to this vault. Here's the vault here. This is the vault that we just put in. And in this, it goes down 5 feet. That's the current frost line in Spokane. And now the meter is located out there. So that's where they're going to put the new water meter. When they put it in, they put in just a jumper. And those jumpers are set just the right distance for the new city water meter. So they have a valve on both sides of that. And we also put a tracing wire. That's the green wire. In case it never needs to be located again, it makes it much easier. When we started digging it up, we found another problem. We found that the line that had been replaced 10 years previously by a different contractor, the water line, had been put in improperly and crushed during the burial process of putting it back in. You know, when you're working in rocky soil especially, you need to bed lines with good soil or gravel or sand so that you don't crush them. So what was happened is the owner had paid somebody to replace the water line, but in the process of that, they didn't put any bedding down and crushed the line. The owner had complained, I've had poor water pressure for years, and I'll show you why. The water line that had been crushed like this, here's the hole. You can see this wasn't crushed by us because if it was crushed earlier, it would be all new copper. This was crushed by rocks originally when it was put in. Here's another portion that was crushed. Look at this. There's hardly anything left of the amount of water that could flow through this. So we put in a new water line, and we can't believe the amount of pressure difference and to fix it. So what ended up being a smaller job ended up being a bigger job, but at least we got it right. And now what we've done is we've put in gravel and compacted it all the way through here so that we're going to take and protect that water line and give us a new good start to the So building sometimes has its surprises and sometimes they're not good ones, but it's important that you fix them right so you don't have to come back and have your building redone because it was done poorly.